Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today it's kind of going to be a quick video, but an analysis or first impressions on Awaken Fluppy. Now, obviously, Awaken Fluppy came out today, and I'm going to try to say this in the most non-biased way possible, but first impressions, I think Fluppy is just going to be a good doodle in general. It's going to be a pretty nice Awaken spot in case no other Awakens found on your team. I think as an offensive threat, it does well when you pair it with fire types like Blasting, Pigatrix, Salaferno, or just fire types in general, or anything that hits, let's say, plants in general. Like even Butter Livian. Butter Livian may pair nicely with Fluppy because, um, Butter Livian can pivot into Fluppy if it doesn't like to deal with whatever's on the field, and Butter Livian gets rid of plants and other things. So yeah, but um, I think let's talk about what Fluppy has. So Fluppy is kind of like mid-max to Insanity. Like it has like 145 in both magical attack and speed, and it gains and it's like has like 80, 85 attack. Nothing else changes, and basically it gets released superliminal, where light moves are priority above 50%. So basically it's kind of just old Fluppy before Sapphire was an item, before it could get Radiant Beam from the car shop, etc. And like I said, first impressions, I think Fluppy is going to be a pretty nice pick for an Awaken spot. Because, like, when you look at the current meta, the main plant type is currently Aroma Flora. And Aroma Flora isn't, resisted to, plants. So Fluppy can beat that. Daffodili, Daffodili does wall Fluppy. But when Daffodili gets low, Fluppy can just out-priority it. And then Fluppy's like so fast that it doesn't care that much if it gets out of priority range. Like priority range is good for like things like Daffodili, Butter Livian, Pikatrix, and Emerald users. But overall, it doesn't really need priority because of its speed stat being so high. And this kind of allows Fluppy to kind of just go all in on magical attack because it doesn't need to invest that much speed because of how fast it is. And I just think Fluppy's gonna have a pretty nice spot in the meta. Um, Probably not like top tier, but I think it is just good. Um, in terms of let's in terms of what it can do, I think it's just kind of like a setup sweeper, or it can really just be. I think its main thing is a setup sweeper, a revenge killer. I don't think there's anything else you could do with it. I would say offensive bees, but its ability doesn't really. I mean, yeah, no, you can run offensive bees. You could just run like stabs, leaf tornado, teletoss, or whatever, and then bee summon. Yeah, I guess I see the vision, but I think you'd much rather have setup in case you get an opportunity to, because the moment you get an opportunity to set up, you are kind of just a nuclear weapon about to go off against almost everything. And again, plant types aren't that common right now, other than Aroma Flora and Daffodili, and even then, you're not really. I'd assume you'd have something for at least Daffodili, because, like you said, Aroma Flora, you don't need to worry about Aroma Flora. You're a plant type, so you're automatically immune to Parasitic Seeds. You hit it for neutral because it's a light type, and then you out priority Butter, Livian, and other guys, Rotera, Gonseer, yeah. And yeah, I think Awaken Fluppy generally is just a good pick because it just seems like when I look at it, it just seems like with the right team, with the right partners and everything, you just have a really nice matchup into the meta. Like I'm sure there's going to be like a Awaken Fluppy team that's just like top tier, and I'm probably not going to make it because my team building as of late has been absolutely dog water, you know. But I do believe there will be a time when Awaken Fluppy, there's just a team for Awaken Fluppy that's just really strong. As for sets to run on Awaken Fluppy, I'd probably say run Bright Lights on base to like swap into things like Nepteras, because obviously you want to get Fluppy safe onto the field, and having a dark immunity is really helpful. And sometimes you just don't need to awaken, because sometimes you're going to go like, hey, the dark immunity is actually really useful here. So why don't I just stay in base and save my awaken until I know that I don't need the dark immunity anymore. Like base Fluppy isn't that bad off. The only downside is you're not running Sapphire or a booster item, so your base Fluppy is kind of just going to be like not doing that much damage, but it's not that bad because Fluffy's attack stat is pretty nice anyway. But you get the idea. And I'd say for partners, like I said, once again, just pair it with like fire types or anything that hits, like fire type pivots, things that have fire types, things that wall, daffodili, and other things, other offensive threats that threaten you. Like, I'd say, I'd say Mech is pretty threatening against Fluffy. Let's see, probably not Salaferno because you outspeed it. Twistler is definitely threatening because you can't really hit Twistler that hard, and I'm pretty sure you never Oko Twistler unless you're like Leaf Tornado Mind Empowerment, which yeah, you probably do Oko it. Um, Vermorph is an interesting one. I think you need Vermorph chipped to kill it, but you could definitely kill Vermorph. Let's see. Thornet A, yeah, you definitely want something for Thornet A. Springling, yeah, definitely something for Springling. Carnivore, you're not too worried about Carnivore because Carnivore gets 2 code. Well, no, I don't know. It depends on the set. Fablu is not used that much. Male Ursa, yeah, you definitely want something. Junie, you just run a fire type for that. If you don't have a fire type, that's kind of on you because you're using Fluppy. Why wouldn't you run a fire type? Cagmeow, I'd say for Awakened Cagmeow, you just generally want speed investment. Uh, Meltamaw and Garlic. I wouldn't really say much about Meltamaw, but Meltamaw is a threat, so I'd probably say like just a bulky water like Nepteros or something, or Terrafin, just to get something that can deal with it on the field. Then Garlic, just have a fire type that can actually do something to it. Ulu Ursa, I don't really know about Ulu Ursa. I'd say for Terrafin, it's kind of just weird because Terrafin doesn't really run. It's weird. I think for a lot of these though, like Owl, like a lot of slow pivots, honestly, you can probably like tech and taunt Fluppy to stop them from either poisoning you and forcing you out. I think taunt Fluppy could be a powerful tool, but you didn't hear that from me, and you'll probably never see a taunt Fluppy. But I'm just giving you guys some ideas on Awaken Fluppy sets. But overall, I do think Awaken Fluppy is definitely good. Top tier, I don't know. We'll have to let it like just sit. The meta is gonna be changed up in like a week, since next week is kind of like the end of the season, and I'm gonna be excited for that because I will be trying to use Awaken Fluppy next season to probably Mythic, I'd say, because it's Fluppy. It's literally my favorite doodle. It's literally my CC skin, which isn't in the game, by the way. Just wanted to throw that out there in case people didn't know, and are wondering why does this Fluffy skin keep popping up? Is this in the game? No, it's on the game. I'm sorry for clickbaiting, but um, yeah, I do think. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Awakened Fluffy is going to be on par with Awakened Libuagua when it comes to matchup fishing, because what makes Awakened Libuagua scary is that it just hits really hard. Its speed control with Swamp is really good, and it can scout with Protect. Its stabs are really strong. It has Mind Empowerment, and Fluffy's kind of just the same, except it has priority instead of Swamp, so it still is a good speed control. And you can run other options like not Protect, and this, once again, I'm just rambling on. I'm just throwing out ideas, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's kind of made on the spot. I was trying to do a showcase, but I literally can't get any battles. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling about Awakened Fluffy possibly being a good doodle, which I do. I think it is a good doodle. Like from a non-biased perspective, I think it is a good doodle. Other people's opinions are pretty mixed on it, but I think it is going to be a pretty good doodle. Going to be kind of a matchup fish by like Awakened Libuagua, but still a good doodle overall. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Have a good night, day, wherever you live. Good night.